Brentford 4, Manchester United 0. 2 consecutive defeats for Erik ten Hag in the Premier League. Faz, I was thinking of questions to ask you, and I don't actually know what to ask, because what more can you say? Talk to me. Try and explain what is going on at Manchester United right now.
They say that this is a process. It gets bad, it gets worse before it gets better. But looking at the football that we played today, there is absolutely no words, no justification, no excuse, no reason behind why 11 professional, highly paid football players cannot do the most basics of their job. It's like you working in IT and not knowing how to open an Excel file. It's weird. It's a simple task that that's what you are required to do, and you can't. David De Gea, as a professional footballer, cannot pass the ball as a goalkeeper. And that is a fundamental of a goalkeeper, not even like a modern day. It's a fundamental of a goalkeeper. Harry Maguire doesn't follow the player he's supposed to be following. Luke Shaw, probably not fit enough to overlap. McTominay, passing into the oblivion, passing into no man's land. No man's land. I have witnessed bad games where we've lost because the other team have played a better game. We made slight mistakes here and there and got caught in counter-attack or whatever. But that today just shows you the lack of minerals in our squad. Forget depth. Forget any sort of excuse you have for any player. But that showed you today. Not one player played a good game out of 11 players. Not one of them. I feel sorry for Ronaldo. I feel sorry for Eriksen. I feel sorry for Malacia. Even they had a poor performance, but with the players around them, this whole club is rotten. This whole football team is rotten.
Where does Man United go from here? What is the next step? I mean, we've got Liverpool next at home. I mean, if we lose against Liverpool, it's the worst start to a Premier League season for Manchester United ever. I believe Steph said on the match view that Erik ten Hag might be the first Manchester United manager to lose his first 2 games in charge since 1920s or something like that. I mean, we're talking historically bad stuff here. Where do United go? What can you do to fix this?
I think at this point now, first thing first is he needs to... This is enough now, Ten Hag. Forget pre-season. Don't start Maguire. Don't start Shaw. And I'm not going and bashing Maguire and Shaw saying, oh, it's them two. It's in front of you. Don't start McFred. You didn't start McTominay and Fred together today. You started Fred and then brought in McTominay. But don't start them. Give someone else a chance. Bring Donny van de Beek. Stop bringing Van de Beek for 5 minutes, 6 minutes. I'd much rather see him fail than Fred and McTominay at this point, because I've seen enough. I can't take this anymore. I've seen enough of Maguire. I feel sorry for Martinez. Partnerships is all about, centre-backs is all about partnerships. And clearly them two ain't gelling. It's not happening. Varane came in with Maguire. Okay, them two have a bit better partnership. It worked a bit better. But at this point, Ten Hag just needs to tell the board, there are X amount of players here, 4 or 5 players. I beg you, do anything possible. Let them go. Let them go. Rashford, let him go. Why are we arguing if PSG came in for a 60 million valuation? Why are we arguing? What sort of pride and honor do we have for Rashford that he has to stay in the club? You saw today he didn't do nothing. Not one cross, not one shot, not one pass, nothing. He can't do any basics of a forward, of a winger. He can't do. Get rid of these players.
I mean, you say you speak to the board. Does the board even listen at this stage? Can Manchester United get out of this hole that they're sinking more and more into with the ownership structure as it is?
You know, the board is a whole conversation on its own. I don't know what Arnold and Murta are doing flying Europe every freaking day. Flying from Italy to Spain to this place to that place. Every day we're linked with someone but not signing anyone, and the season's already started and you can clearly see. The 3 players that came, 2 of them missed pre-season. And this is a full, it's in front of you that Murta and Arnold aren't experienced. They absolutely lack experience. We are very, very unfortunate and it's diabolical that we didn't keep Ralph Rangnick in the club. It's diabolical that we didn't bring Paul Mitchell in. And we gave 2 people an opportunity to run this club who have absolutely no idea what they're doing. They don't know how to negotiate. Frankie de Jong, if you're watching this, don't come to Manchester United. Rabiot, don't come. Don't come to Manchester United. Don't come to this shithole. Unless these players are being sold, don't come and ruin your careers. Don't. It's not worth it.
You spoke about David De Gea. Obviously, he's going to have a ton of scrutiny after that game. He insisted that he speak to Sky Sports. In the interview that we just watched before we recorded this, he said that he felt like he cost Manchester United 3 points today. You've recently changed your mindset on De Gea. Did that today reinforce why you've come to that decision about him not being the guy to be between the sticks for United going forward?
Yeah, because I watched him last game and then I watched him this game. Exact same situation. Look what happened. He makes the mistakes. Both of them absolutely shambolic. You can't justify those mistakes. And on top of that, we gave up on the playing from the back. We straight up gave up. Said, you know what? Yeah, go up. Let me just kick it. Let me just hoof it out because I can't trust myself. I don't think he trusts himself. I don't think he trusts himself with the ball. And the crazy thing is, before the second goal occurred, we were saying, De Gea, Shaw, De Gea, Maguire's, like, we're screaming it. And he slows the game down so much, and he's putting all his other players under pressure so much, and he, in essence, threw Eriksen under the bus. Last time, he threw Fred under the bus. And this is going to keep happening if he doesn't get his act together, and I don't think he can. At this point, I do not think he can. We have Tom Heaton. We have to go with Tom Heaton. Kudos to him for coming out and speaking to Sky Sports, and that takes big balls, but it's not good enough. And just because he came out, that I'm going to feel sorry for him. No, he has the same energy. I've defended him. I can't anymore. He's one of them that has to leave the club.
Martinez, new signing, you mentioned, didn't play of any or really much of pre-season due to when his deal happened. He got hooked off at half-time today. Erik ten Hag clearly not happy with him. There were some people scrutinising him for the third goal in that he fell over. Again, people talking about De Gea for that goal as well. Did you feel bad for him? What do you think went wrong for him? Again, is it just a symptom of Manchester United? Talk to me about Martinez.
I can't be saying, he fell over and whatever, because I bigged him up. I said his ability to read aerial balls and win aerial duels is of high caliber, and yet look at what happened. We were just saying before, we were saying Arsenal dodged the bullet. That shouldn't be happening. Even the goal that we conceded from Ivan Toney's pass. Even the goal, he nearly took the player out, but look at what happened there. Not good enough at all. Now, whether that you blame it on Maguire or the partnership or whatever, for him, he should have been doing better. But the ball comes in the far post. The ball gets put back in. You should be reading that straight away. Why are you falling over? It did I don't. But it's our set piece as well. Every time we conceded a corner, we were on our edge of our seats. Hearts were racing, thinking it's ping pong football in our box. Every single time there was a corner. Yeah, Martinez's fault for that, but it looked like we could have conceded 3-4 more goals from corner kicks. He needs to get his act together as well. It's not like, he's new in the league and whatever. You're a centre-back. There's fundamentals of being a centre-back. Be able to jump, be able to tackle, be able to run back. Didn't do it today. Not good enough.
Finally, thoughts going into next week against Liverpool. Is there any shadow of possibility that we can get anything from that game? Or is it 3 consecutive defeats?
We're finished. We're finished. Come and collect your 3 points, Liverpool. Come and collect your 3 points, Southampton. Arsenal, Leicester, come and collect 3 points. Everybody come and collect 3 points. Because that's what it's going to take. We're bottom of the league with 20th. With -5 goal difference. There is absolutely no hope. I am going to Old Trafford next week to witness an execution. That's what I'm going to witness. If Manchester United win next week, I think I'll have to donate some money to charity in the name of God, because that'll be a miracle.
Miracle settings, that's what we're looking for. Brentford 4, Manchester United 0. We say it can only get better. Who knows?